The storm hit the mansion the same night Elena realized she could no longer pretend. Thunder cracked against the sky, and in the dim hallway, she froze when she accidentally overheard her own name whispered, softly, like a secret someone was afraid to confess. What she didn't expect was that the voice belonged to Maria, the maid she had barely noticed, until something changed. If you're watching this, hit the like button and subscribe. The story is just starting, and you won't want to miss what happens when two hearts collide in a world where they were never meant to meet. Elena Hale was the kind of woman people looked at twice. Beautiful, poised, the daughter of a wealthy business family, she moved through life as if everything were already decided for her. She smiled when expected, spoke flawlessly, and walked with the quiet confidence of someone raised inside gates made of gold. But her heart? That had never been free. Maria, on the other hand, had grown up fighting for every scrap of stability she had. She cleaned the Hale mansion 6 days a week, keeping her head down and her dreams even lower. She'd learned to blend into the background, silent and efficient. But her eyes, soft, warm, observant, missed nothing. Especially not the loneliness that hid behind Elena's flawless smile. They should have existed in separate worlds. They did, until the day Maria found Elena crying quietly in the garden. It was supposed to be a routine afternoon. Maria was watering the roses when she heard uneven breathing behind the fountain. When she walked around it, she saw Elena sitting on the stone edge, her perfect posture collapsed, mascara faintly smudged beneath her eyes. The sight shocked Maria. Elena never looked anything but composed. For a moment, Maria hesitated. Maids weren't supposed to speak unless spoken to. But she couldn't walk away. She knelt beside her, not too close, not too forward, just enough to make her presence known. "Miss Elena, are you hurt?" Elena blinked, surprised. Her voice broke when she whispered, "No one has called me by my name like they care in a long time." That was the moment something shifted. Maria offered her a handkerchief. Elena took it with trembling fingers. And for the first time, Elena Hale allowed someone to see her, not the polished version her family paraded, but the scared, tired woman underneath. They didn't talk long that day, but from then on, they began finding each other in quiet corners. A small conversation near the kitchen. A shared smile by the staircase. A lingering moment when their hands brushed accidentally. None of it was planned. None of it was allowed. All of it was real. Elena started noticing things about Maria. The way she tucked her hair behind her ear when nervous. The way she hummed when she cleaned. The way her laugh felt like sunlight in a place that had been cold too long. And Maria, she noticed everything about Elena. How she hid sadness behind witty remarks. How she'd pause before answering, as if she were building herself into the person she thought she had to be. How her eyes softened only when they spoke alone. But attraction is easy. Admitting it? That was the hard part. The first real challenge came one morning when Elena's mother noticed her daughter spending too much time in the servants' quarters. She called Elena into the study and said sharply, "A Hale woman does not form attachments with staff. It's inappropriate." The word inappropriate echoed in Elena's mind the rest of the day. She avoided Maria, kept her distance, tried to bury the warmth she felt whenever Maria looked at her. But Maria felt the shift immediately. The coldness. The absence. The silence. One evening, unable to take it anymore, Maria approached Elena in the library. Her voice trembled. "Did I do something wrong?" Elena's breath caught. She wanted to say no. She wanted to explain everything. But all she managed was, "I can't." Maria stepped back as if she'd been struck. Something inside Elena shattered at the sight, but she still turned away, convincing herself it was for the best. Yet destiny, or love, rarely listens to fear. 2 nights later, during a storm, the electricity flickered out. Elena was making her way through the hallway when she heard crying. Soft. Heartbroken. Familiar. Maria was sitting on the floor near the laundry room, hugging her knees. Elena didn't think. She rushed to her and knelt beside her. "Maria, please don't cry." Maria looked up, tears catching the flashes of lightning. "You don't have to comfort me, Miss Elena. I know my place." Elena felt the words like a knife. She cupped Maria's face, trembling. "Your place is wherever your heart leads you. And right now, mine is leading me to you." Maria froze, shocked, breath gone, eyes wide. "I tried to stay away," Elena whispered. "But I can't pretend anymore. Not when it hurts like this." Maria slowly placed her hand over Elena's. "Tell me this is real," Maria whispered. "Just once." Elena leaned in, her forehead touching Maria's. "It's real." Their first kiss wasn't dramatic. It was soft, hesitant, and shaking with the weight of everything they'd held inside. Lightning flashed behind them as if the world itself was acknowledging them. But love did not magically erase the challenges. When the family found out, chaos followed. Elena was told she brought shame. Maria was fired on the spot. Elena ran after her as she packed, begging her to stay, promising to fight, but Maria shook her head. "You belong to a world that won't let me exist beside you," she said through tears. "I won't make you choose." She walked out the mansion doors, head high, even though her heart broke with every step. Elena watched her leave, sobbing, until she realized something important: Maria wasn't the one asking her to choose. Fear was. So Elena made her decision. She left everything. Her wealth. Her privileges. Her mansion. Her old life. She found Maria 2 days later in a tiny rented room on the outskirts of the city. When Maria opened the door and saw her, shock melted into disbelief. "Elena, what did you do?" Elena smiled, a real, free smile. "I chose the life that actually feels like mine. If you'll have me." Maria's eyes filled with tears. This time, they were tears of relief. "I've been waiting for you," she whispered. They fell into each other's arms, holding tight, knowing they had lost everything but gained what mattered most. And years later, when they built a small life together, full of shared breakfasts, late-night talks, messy laughter, and quiet, unconditional love, they knew they had made the right choice. Because sometimes the greatest love stories aren't about perfect people or perfect timing. They're about choosing each other when the world tells you not to.